Welcome back to the Blade Bloodhound. Today, we're going to talk about a knife that I had never seen before. I was at the flea market. There's a guy that I buy knives from sometimes, and he came up to me and he said, "I've got a very interesting one for you today." Anyway, he showed it to me, and I said, "I've never seen anything like this, and I'm going to show you guys right now." All right, guys, I am very curious who has ever seen one of these before. Let me go ahead and show you. I'm gonna zoom in. So I was talking to this guy and he said, "Hey, I've got a case I've never seen before." And he showed it to me. And the first thing I thought of was, I've never seen one either. I wondered if it was a fake one. I wasn't sure, so I was at the flea market, of course, so I went outside and got some good cell service, and I said, I'm gonna look this thing up. So I looked it up, and when I did, sure enough, there were like a lot of people talking about them. It was I want to say a collector piece because you don't see them. I mean, this is a rare knife. But it's made just like a Victorinox. And the thing that's going to be very odd, we'll talk about in 1 second here. So when I was looking at it, I saw it said W.R. Cason Sons Cutlery Company. So, you know, the first thing I thought of when I saw that was I was like, wow, it doesn't look old, and I don't think it's very old, so I'm not really sure. So I was checking it out, and I flipped it over, and this is what really surprised me. It's an I-2099 Inox Solingen, Germany. That's when I was really concerned and said, I wonder if this is like a fake. Because I didn't purchase a fake, but I have one that somebody gave me, and I'll be showing a video on it another day. But this one wasn't. These were actually made back in, well, I can't remember the year really, but it was during the Parker days. I know I say that a lot, but Parker really did do a lot of different things. But this one has a file on this side. And then, of course, it has your blade here. It's got a little bit of scratches on it. The guy had it in his pocket when we were talking. He said, I was thinking about, you know, keeping it. And then he said, I know you love knives, so I wanted to see if you'd ever seen one. He's the type of guy that when he buys a knife, he's all about making a dollar. So, for example, I said, well, what do you want for this one? I figured he was gonna, you know, say, oh, that's a rare one. I've never seen one. I've got to keep it. But he didn't. He said, well, I paid $15, so I think $20 would work. And I said, I think $20 will work. So I went ahead and bought it immediately. Now, one thing that was funny is when I opened it up and I saw that it had I there, the first thing I thought of was, oh my gosh, is this an ivory knife? I've got to grab it. But I don't think it is. I think it's just ivory colored. But it's very, very nice. It's very cool. And sometimes when you find something like this and it's the first time you've ever seen one, that tells you something, especially someone like me that handles knives all the time, looks up knives, watches videos on knives, talks about knives. So when I didn't know what it was, I knew I had to have it. And as you can tell, I know in Victorinox, they have no pins at all. And you can see 4 pins here. Remember what I was telling you that one day? Pins mean a good knife. More of the pins, the better the knife. But they actually pin, so it's not like a click-on clamshell or something like the Victorinox. You know, you can just pop them right off. Anyway, thought I would share this with you. If you've ever seen one, comment and tell me about it. I'm just curious how many people have ever seen this, or if it's as rare as I think it is. I did see on one of the sites where one sold for about $80-something. I mean, so they didn't sell for a ton, but then again, that was a long time ago, so they may have went up in value. The longer I keep it, the more rare it'll be. Anyway, y'all have a great night. Thanks for listening to me, and like, subscribe, Tell your friends.